Hey, I'm Nick from Fouch-o-matic Off-Grid. Today I'm going to show you some of the features of our chicken house and how we've been able to keep predators out of it. So we built this chicken house almost 3 years ago now in my brother's garage. So we built it off-site before we came out here. We knew that we wanted to have chickens and that we wanted to have as many as a dozen of them. So we made our chicken house 4 by 8. So 32 square feet has worked out fairly well for a dozen chickens. It's made primarily of reclaimed materials, not always off of demolition, but very, very little of this was bought from the store. I had access to a big pile of shingles at one point. I bought some used steel roofing. I think they were offcuts. They were about 6 feet long or so. And also just various framing material and some other things that I had scavenged along the way. Key among them are these round windows. Not crucial, but they're fun. And why not have a little fun while you're at it? We put windows in ours to try and get them a little extra light during the winter. Daylight hours are what they need in order to be laying eggs. So we got a little bit of south-facing window in our chicken house, which has worked out well. Nesting box. So they like to have a small enclosed space, about a foot square, for each hen to get in there and sit on some warm bedding and lay some eggs. We put ours on this outside, so it's easy access for us to get in there. Oh,
sorry.
I guess we should have a do not disturb sign on that, but that's worked well for us. Easy to get to for both chickens and people. So it may look like we have a supercharged solar power hen house. We in fact do not. We put the solar panels up here just as a convenient location. They're close proximity to the yurt, so it's a short cable run to where the batteries are. And it's easy to climb up on the chicken house and deal with the solar panels, either scraping snow off of them or if there's any problem with them. So it's mostly just access issue, and it was easier to tie off to a existing structure rather than building a tall freestanding solar power tower. So the other feature that we put in there that's nice for them for the winter is we did a little bit of a covered run. So we put a roof over most of our chicken run so that they have access to dirt, to scratch, and they're just happier not walking on snow. So they have a pretty big area in there, about 3 times the interior size of their house they have in outdoor space to be able to scratch and peck and get in the dirt.
Our run is very well sheltered. We have compost bins on one side of it, and this year I've piled up compost around the other edges as well, because I'm going to be planting a chicken garden in the spring. Our chickens will forage out of the run during the day in spring and summer. But since they don't like to walk on snow, and there isn't really anything to forage out there this time of year anyway, in the winter time, this is all the space they've got.
So we went with chain link for our chicken run. It's a lot stronger than regular chicken wire, and is more or less predator proof, except for anything that's small and close to the ground, little rodents and things. So what we do is down at the bottom, we line it with hardware cloth. So we've never lost a chicken in this house. In our chicken tractor, we actually lost a chicken through chicken wire to a raccoon. Just able to reach through and pull it right through that chicken wire. So the chain link and the hardware cloth are a good way to go. The hardware cloth is also buried about a foot into the ground along that fence line. So another security feature is that we raised the chicken house up off of the ground. I went with about 2 feet off of the ground. So we're able to actually close them up in the chicken house at night with the small little access door so that they're in a sealed box up high at night. We also wanted to include some ventilation. You can't put chickens in a sealed up box. So we have vents on one side, and it's closed on the other side of the roof, and that lets them have a little airflow. This is our big clean out door. Hello, ladies. This gives us access to clean out all of their stuff, get to their food. We can reach all the way back in there with a rake to clean litter out. This board that's dropped in there lets that litter pile up to about 6-8 inches. As you can see, we're going with a deep litter method. We just keep adding clean shavings or hay or straw to absorb all of their droppings, and then clean it out a couple times a year. That goes into a compost pile, and we grow food out of it.
So we have plenty of eggs in the wintertime, partly because of these lovely south-facing windows, and also because we feed them 16% protein chicken feed. This extra feeder right here has grit in it in the wintertime, and also I feed them back their own eggshells. And then our chickens get a lot of scraps. They get a lot of bread crusts, a lot of apple cores, and we also throw our chicken bones in here. When we have broiler chickens in the freezer. We're eating about one a week all winter long. Chickens that we raised ourselves over the summer. And we eat 3 meals off of each one of those. One is the roasted chicken, one is tacos with the leftover meat, and then the third is a soup made from the bones. And we put the carcass, once we've gotten all of the nutrients that we can out of it, into the chicken run, because that's a place where predators really can't get to it. It would be not a whole lot of fun to dig a hole for the bones now in the wintertime. So we give the bones back to the chickens.
So here they have their just little plastic water dish. It's really basic. I change it every day. They seem to like it okay. And also just a plastic feeder. I feel like we're not very fancy, but it does the job.
I'm Nick. Thanks for watching.